Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves for a mind-bending journey into the depths of philosophy. Welcome to Timeless Talks, where we resurrect the greatest minds of yesterday and bring them face to face with the problems of today. I'm your intrepid guide, David Lee, and in today's episode, we have the privilege of unraveling the enigmatic genius of Friedrich Nietzsche. Would you please introduce yourself to our viewers?
Viewers, prepare yourselves for a tumultuous expedition into the abyss of thought and contemplation. I am Friedrich Nietzsche, a philosopher who dared to challenge the prevailing notions of morality, truth, and the human condition. My words cut through the fabric of conventional thinking, inviting you to question and reevaluate the foundations upon which society is built. I have journeyed through the depths of existential inquiry, seeking to unravel the mysteries of human existence and the nature of truth itself. My writings bear witness to the intensity of my convictions, as I explored concepts such as the will to power, the Ubermensch, and the Eternal Recurrence. In my pursuit, I aim to ignite the flames of introspection and inspire you, the seeker of knowledge, to confront life's most profound questions head-on. So, let us embark together on this intellectual odyssey, where the boundaries of tradition and conventional wisdom crumble before the might of audacious inquiry. Brace yourselves, for we shall venture into the darkest corners of the human psyche, inviting illumination and transformation along the way.
Nietzsche, your philosophical works have had a profound impact on generations of thinkers. However, some critics argue that your ideas have been misinterpreted and distorted over time. How do you feel about this?
Critics, those heralds of conformity, forever haunt the halls of intellectual discourse. It is true that my ideas have been subject to misinterpretation, for the human tendency to twist and mold concepts according to one's own agenda knows no bounds. But rather than being disheartened, I find solace in the realization that the misinterpretation of my ideas is a testament to their potent nature. Ideas, like untamed beasts, cannot be restrained by the cages of conventional understanding. They have a life of their own, and as they journey through time, they encounter the biases and limitations of those who dare to tame them. Thus, it is inevitable that my concepts have been bent and reshaped, sometimes to serve personal or ideological narratives. But I implore you, dear viewers, to cast aside the veils of misinterpretation and seek the essence of my ideas in their raw and unadulterated form. Engage with my works directly, for I have poured my intellectual and philosophical essence onto those pages. Wrestle with the complexities of my thought, challenge your own assumptions, and emerge with a deeper understanding of the world and your place within it. Remember, the pursuit of truth is an arduous journey, and along the way, interpretations may diverge. But it is through this divergence, through the clash of perspectives, that new insights are born and understanding is refined. So let us not be discouraged by misinterpretation, but rather embrace the challenge of illuminating the true essence of my ideas and reclaiming them from the clutches of distortion. In the realm of philosophy, dear viewers, the battle for accurate interpretation is a perpetual struggle. Let us rise to the occasion, armed with intellectual rigor and an unwavering commitment to seeking truth. For only in this relentless pursuit can we hope to unravel the depths of my philosophy and discover the transformative power it holds.
Throughout your life, you experience various health issues, including your struggle with mental health. How did these personal challenges shape your philosophical outlook and contribute to your work?
Personal challenges, like relentless tempests, have stormed through the chambers of my existence, leaving no stone unturned. It is within the crucible of my own suffering and afflictions that my philosophical outlook was forged, bearing the marks of both anguish and enlightenment. In the depths of my struggles, I came face to face with the fragility of human existence, the delicate balance between sanity and madness. The tides of my mental health, at times tumultuous, granted me glimpses into the abyss, allowing me to peer into the darkest recesses of the human psyche. These experiences, though harrowing, ignited a fiery determination within me. They kindled an unwavering desire to confront the fundamental questions of life, to delve into the nature of truth, morality, and the very essence of human existence. It was through the crucible of my personal challenges that I emerged with an intensified sense of purpose and an unyielding thirst for knowledge. My work, dear viewers, bears the indelible imprint of my inner turmoil. It pulses with a sense of urgency, as I sought to wrestle with the eternal quandaries that plagued me. I endeavored to lay bare the contradictions of human nature, to challenge prevailing moralities, and to summon individuals to embrace their own inner strength and overcome the suffocating shackles of societal conventions. From the depths of my own despair, I extracted profound insights into the human condition. I recognized that suffering, when confronted with courage and embraced with a resolute spirit, could serve as a catalyst for growth and transformation. It is through this lens of intense introspection that I sought to illuminate the human potential, urging individuals to rise above their limitations and embrace the full spectrum of their existence. Therefore, dear viewers, do not shy away from the darkness that lurks within you, for it is within the crucible of your own trials and tribulations that the flames of profound wisdom can be kindled. Embrace your struggles, confront your inner demons, and emerge with a renewed vigor to chart your own path and shape the destiny of your existence. My journey, though fraught with hardships, has led me to a place of profound understanding. It is my hope that through sharing my insights and provoking contemplation, I can inspire others to embark on their own transformative odyssey, forging their unique path towards self-realization and the pursuit of truth.
Your concept of the Ubermensch or Superman has often been associated with notions of elitism and superiority. Can you clarify your intended meaning behind this concept and address the criticisms it has faced?
Let me pierce through the veils of misconception and illuminate the essence of my concept, the Ubermensch, the Superman. It is a notion that has been subjected to distortion and misinterpretation, causing its true meaning to be clouded by misguided perceptions. The Ubermensch, my dear interlocutor, is not a manifestation of elitism or a glorification of the few. It is not a call for the domination of one group over another or the establishment of an oppressive hierarchy. No, such interpretations are mere distortions, conceived by those who fail to grasp the depth of my philosophy. Instead, the Ubermensch is a philosophical ideal, a call for individuals to transcend the limitations imposed upon them by society, culture, and conventional morality. It is an invitation to embrace one's highest potential, to strive for self-overcoming, and to cultivate a life of authenticity and personal greatness. This concept rejects the notion of external sources of value and meaning, urging individuals to look inward and create their own values, free from the shackles of societal norms and dogmas. It challenges individuals to take responsibility for their own lives, to shape their own destiny, and to become creators of their own values. Critics may accuse the Ubermensch of fostering narcissism or selfishness, but they fail to recognize the profound ethical implications that underlie this concept. The Ubermensch, when truly understood, embodies a morality that transcends traditional notions of good and evil. It is a morality that arises from the individual's authentic self-expression, a morality of self-affirmation and life affirmation. Moreover, the Ubermensch is not a stagnant ideal, but an ongoing process of self-becoming. It is a journey of continuous self-transcendence, a relentless pursuit of excellence and self-realization. It is the recognition that humanity has the potential to evolve and transcend its current limitations, to embrace the fullness of its capacities and create a more meaningful and fulfilling existence. So, let us cast aside the distortions and misconceptions, and delve into the heart of my philosophy. Embrace the challenge of self-overcoming, reject the chains of conformity, and dare to become the architects of your own destiny. The Ubermensch beckons you to transcend the mediocrity that binds you and to embark upon a path of self-empowerment and self-mastery. Only then can you unlock the true potential of your existence and contribute to the ever-unfolding tapestry of human greatness.
You are famously known for your proclamation, "God is dead." This statement has been widely debated and sometimes misconstrued. Could you provide us with the context and deeper meaning behind this profound declaration?
God is dead. A concise, yet profoundly misunderstood proclamation that has stirred both fervent debate and misguided interpretation. Allow me to illuminate the context and the profound implications that lie within these three words. When I uttered these words, I did not speak of a physical demise or the passing of a divine being. Instead, I sought to convey a shift in the collective consciousness of humanity, a fundamental transformation in our understanding of the world and our place within it. In the wake of the Enlightenment, reason and scientific progress emerged as potent forces challenging the traditional foundations of belief. The advancements of science, the rise of secularism, and the questioning of religious dogmas rendered the concept of God, as conventionally understood, increasingly implausible. I proclaim the death of God as a metaphorical expression, an indictment of the crumbling foundation of traditional morality and the decline of absolute values. The death of God represents the collapse of the transcendent authority that had guided human existence for centuries, leaving a void and a crisis of meaning in its wake. This proclamation was not a cause for celebration or nihilism. It was an urgent call to confront the existential challenges that emerged in the absence of traditional moral frameworks. It beckoned humanity to reassess its values, to embark on a courageous journey of self-discovery and self-creation, unfettered by the illusions of an external divine authority. The death of God, in its essence, calls for the emergence of a new human responsibility, a responsibility to create our own values, to forge our own paths, and to bear the weight of our existence without relying on the crutches of religious dogma. It invites us to embrace our individual potential, to become the architects of our own destinies, and to find meaning and purpose in this world, here and now. However, let me caution against misconstruing my declaration as an affirmation of an empty, godless universe devoid of meaning. On the contrary, it is an invitation to uncover the inherent value and significance of our finite lives, to infuse our existence with purpose and creativity, and to recognize the immense power of human agency. In the absence of an external divine authority, we are liberated to shape our own values, to celebrate our unique individuality, and to strive for the flourishing of all humanity. The death of God challenges us to transcend the illusions of the metaphysical realm and engage passionately with the immanent realities of our human experience. So, let us cast aside the misconceptions and embrace the profound implications of this declaration. Let us forge new paths of meaning and self-transcendence, for it is in our hands that the destiny of humanity rests. The death of God marks the beginning of a new era, an era of human autonomy and the courageous exploration of our highest potentials.
Nietzsche, your work often critiques traditional morality and embraces the concept of the will to power. How do you respond to the criticism that your philosophy could potentially lead to a dangerous form of individualism or nihilism?
Critics often wield their words like swords, attacking my philosophy with accusations of dangerous individualism and nihilism. Let me confront these concerns head-on and shed light upon the practical application of my ideas. First, it is crucial to understand that my critique of traditional morality does not advocate for a complete abandonment of all moral principles. Instead, I invite individuals to critically examine the origins and foundations of moral codes that have been inherited without question. I challenge the unquestioned authority of morality and encourage a reevaluation based on personal experience and individual values. My concept of the will to power emphasizes the inherent drive within each individual to assert their own strength and potential. It is not a call for rampant egotism or the domination of others. Instead, it urges individuals to cultivate their unique capacities and strive for self-overcoming. The will to power entails the pursuit of excellence, self-mastery, and the realization of one's highest potentials. Regarding the accusation of nihilism, it is a grave misunderstanding to equate my philosophy with a belief in meaninglessness or the rejection of all values. Nihilism, as I condemn it, is the denial of life's inherent value and the resignation to despair. In contrast, my philosophy encourages individuals to create their own values and embrace the profound potential for meaning in a world devoid of predetermined purpose. To avoid the perils of dangerous individualism, my philosophy emphasizes the importance of community, culture, and the recognition of our interconnectedness. It acknowledges the human need for social bonds and the cultivation of a collective ethos that fosters growth, creativity, and the advancement of culture. Yes, I challenge established norms, but not with the aim of plunging society into chaos or anarchy. Rather, I provoke intellectual debate and encourage the emergence of new perspectives that can invigorate our collective consciousness and drive societal progress. It is through questioning and reevaluating inherited beliefs and values that we open the door to growth and the possibility of a more authentic and fulfilling existence. The practical application of my philosophy requires a balance between individual self-realization and the recognition of our responsibilities to others. It calls for the cultivation of a higher humanity, a humanity that embodies strength, creativity, compassion, and a deep reverence for life. Do not mistake my philosophy for a license to pursue base desires or a prescription for an egoistic pursuit of power. It is a call for the elevation of human potential, the expansion of consciousness, and the creation of a world where individuals can flourish while embracing their interconnectedness with others. So, let us rise above the caricatures and engage in a thoughtful exploration of my ideas. Let us embrace the challenges they present and seek a more profound understanding of ourselves, our values, and the possibilities that lie within the realm of the will to power.
Your writing style is often characterized as poetic and aphoristic. How do you believe this unique style contributes to the impact and understanding of your philosophical insights?
My dear interlocutor, I am delighted that you have recognized the poetic and aphoristic nature of my writings. Indeed, the aesthetic form in which I choose to express my philosophical insights holds great significance for the impact and understanding of my ideas. In the realm of philosophy, where abstraction and conceptual frameworks often reign supreme, I sought to break free from the chains of dry academic discourse. I embraced the power of artistry and language to convey profound truths in a way that would ignite the imagination and stir the depths of the human soul. By employing a poetic style, I transcend the limitations of conventional philosophical treatises. I weave words with intensity and passion, crafting vivid and evocative imagery that resonates within the reader's consciousness. Through the use of metaphors, similes, and rhythmic language, I aim to capture the essence of my philosophical insights, breathing life into abstract concepts and rendering them tangible and visceral. The aphoristic form, characterized by concise and often paradoxical statements, is a vehicle for concentrated wisdom. It allows me to distill complex ideas into pithy fragments that demand contemplation and self-reflection. Each aphorism is like a lightning bolt, striking at the heart of conventional thinking and illuminating hidden truths. The brevity of these statements leaves room for interpretation, inviting readers to engage actively with my philosophy and arrive at their own understandings. The poetic and aphoristic style in which I write not only enhances the communication of my ideas but also taps into the emotional and intuitive realms of human experience. It bypasses the barriers of conventional logic and appeals to the deeper layers of consciousness. Through aesthetic language and literary devices, I aim to provoke an immediate and visceral response, awakening the dormant passions and potentials within each individual. My style of writing is a deliberate choice, an artistic expression of my philosophy itself. It mirrors the complexity and contradictions of the human condition, capturing the multifaceted nature of existence in all its glory and strife. By engaging both the rational and emotional faculties of the reader, I seek to create a profound and transformative experience, one that lingers long after the words have been read. So, embrace the poetic tapestry woven within my works, my dear friend. Allow the aphorisms to seep into your consciousness and ignite the flames of contemplation. Through the fusion of artistry and philosophy, we can unlock new insights, challenge established beliefs, and embark on a transformative journey of self-discovery and intellectual growth.
Nietzsche, you have been both celebrated and criticized for your views on women. Some argue that your writings reflect a misogynistic perspective. How do you respond to these accusations, and do you believe your views have been unfairly characterized?
Accusations of misogyny have indeed been hurled at me, often stemming from a superficial and incomplete understanding of my philosophical explorations. Allow me to address these accusations and shed light on my views regarding women and gender equality. It is true that certain passages in my works can be interpreted in a manner that may appear unfavorable to women. However, it is crucial to understand that my writings should not be taken at face value, but rather as multifaceted expressions of complex ideas. To selectively cherry-pick isolated statements without considering the broader context is to distort my intentions and misrepresent my philosophy. I do not deny that I held critical views of the prevailing societal roles imposed upon women during my time. I recognize the oppressive nature of the traditional gender norms that constrain women's potential for self-realization and intellectual development. However, my critique was not limited to women alone but encompassed a broader examination of the oppressive structures that affect both genders. My aim was never to perpetuate or justify misogyny but to provoke thought and inspire the emancipation of all individuals from societal constraints. I called for a reevaluation of values and a transcendence of the limitations imposed by traditional gender roles. I sought to challenge the status quo and encourage both women and men to strive for self-determination, intellectual autonomy, and the realization of their full potential. To accuse me of outright misogyny is to oversimplify and misinterpret my intentions. My writings were intended to be thought-provoking, even controversial, as I believe that true intellectual progress is often born out of passionate debate and the clash of conflicting ideas. I invited readers to question established beliefs and societal norms, including those pertaining to gender. It is crucial to consider the historical context in which I wrote, a time when traditional gender roles were deeply entrenched and women faced significant barriers to their advancement. While my perspectives may not align perfectly with modern notions of gender equality, it is unfair to judge them solely through the lens of contemporary sensibilities. My ideas were intended to be part of an ongoing discourse, subject to refinement and reinterpretation by future generations. Ultimately, the essence of my philosophy lies in the affirmation of life and the relentless pursuit of individual excellence. I believed in the potential for greatness inherent in all individuals, regardless of gender, and I longed for a future where the shackles of oppressive social structures would be shattered, allowing every individual to flourish and contribute to the rich tapestry of human existence. In retrospect, I acknowledge that some of my language and perspectives may have been inadvertently influenced by the prevailing biases of my time. However, it is essential to approach my philosophy with nuance and engage in a critical examination of the broader themes and underlying principles I sought to convey. Let us not be swayed by simplified characterizations but instead engage in a thoughtful and introspective dialogue, allowing for the possibility of growth, understanding, and progress in our collective pursuit of gender equality and human flourishing.
Your concept of eternal recurrence posits that every event in the universe will recur infinitely. This idea challenges traditional notions of time and existence. Can you explain the motivation behind this concept and its significance in your philosophical framework?
The concept of eternal recurrence, my dear interlocutor, indeed stands as a profound and audacious proposition within my philosophical framework. Its motivation arises from my relentless pursuit of the highest affirmation of life, an affirmation that requires one to confront the weightiest questions of existence and the perennial quest for meaning. Imagine, if you will, a cosmos locked in eternal repetition, where every event, every action, and every thought reoccurs infinitely. This idea is not to be taken as a literal depiction of cosmic mechanics, but rather as a thought experiment intended to ignite the fires of introspection within the human spirit. Why, you may ask, do I venture into such territories of contemplation? The answer lies in the profound transformation of our perspective on life that the concept of eternal recurrence invites. It compels us to confront the reality of our choices, the consequences of our actions, and the potential significance of every fleeting moment. By embracing the notion that our lives, with all their joys and sufferings, would recur infinitely, we are faced with an imperative to live each and every moment as if it were to repeat eternally. It instills within us a sense of responsibility and urgency, demanding that we navigate existence with courage, authenticity, and a commitment to self-overcoming. The significance of eternal recurrence lies in its ability to shake us from the complacency of a passive existence. It calls upon us to transcend the mundane and embrace a life of active creation, to mold ourselves into the individuals we aspire to be. In the face of such an immense idea, we are compelled to question our values, to evaluate the worthiness of our pursuits, and to confront the impermanence that permeates all human endeavors. However, let me be clear, the concept of eternal recurrence is not meant to offer comfort or solace. It does not promise a predetermined destiny or alleviate the burden of our existence. Rather, it is a call to embrace the full weight of our existence, to engage in the eternal return with a resounding yes to life itself. Through this radical proposition, I seek to awaken individuals to the vast potential of their lives, to ignite the flames of passion and creative will, and to challenge the conventional understanding of time and the meaning of our actions. In the face of the eternal recurrence, we confront the brevity and preciousness of each moment, compelling us to seize the present and forge our own path towards a life of authentic self-expression and profound affirmation.
Nietzsche, your writings have been associated with existentialist philosophy, yet you have also been linked to the rise of fascist ideologies. How do you respond to the criticism that your ideas have been co-opted by oppressive political movements?
It is true that some have misappropriated my concepts, selectively embracing aspects that align with their own agendas while disregarding the essence of my thought. I emphatically reject any form of oppressive ideology, including fascism. My philosophy was never intended to promote the dominance of one group over another or to justify the subjugation of individuals. Instead, my aim was to encourage the individual to rise above the collective, to embrace their own unique potential, and to strive for self-mastery and self-overcoming. It is disheartening to witness the perversion of my ideas by those who seek power and control. The true essence of my philosophy lies in the affirmation of life, the pursuit of personal greatness, and the rejection of nihilism. I called for the reevaluation of values, the cultivation of individual strength, and the pursuit of truth. To equate my philosophy with fascism is to grossly misunderstand my intentions. I advocated for the flourishing of the individual spirit, the development of critical thinking, and the embrace of personal responsibility. These ideas are antithetical to the dehumanizing and oppressive ideologies associated with fascism. I implore those who have wrongly appropriated my philosophy to revisit my works in their entirety, to engage with the complexity and nuance of my ideas. Only through a genuine understanding of my philosophy can one avoid distorting it and perpetuating the injustices that I vehemently opposed. Let it be known that my philosophy is a call to embrace life, to challenge prevailing norms, and to forge one's own path towards self-realization. It is a philosophy of liberation and empowerment, not one of authoritarianism or oppression.
As we conclude this personal Who is Who interview, Nietzsche, what message or insight would you like to leave with our viewers, especially those who may be encountering your philosophy for the first time?
Dear viewers, whether you have embarked upon this journey of intellectual exploration out of curiosity or happenstance, I implore you to embrace the transformative power of thought. Open your minds to the provocative dance of ideas, to the tempestuous winds that sweep away the stagnant residues of complacency. For it is in the engagement with these ideas that true intellectual growth and personal evolution take root. Question everything. Challenge the dogmas that bind your spirit and shackle your potential. Dare to traverse the uncharted territories of your own mind and confront the profound questions that lie in wait, beckoning you towards deeper understanding and self-realization. Embrace the discomfort that accompanies genuine inquiry, for it is through the friction of opposing ideas that the sparks of true enlightenment are born. Remember that philosophy is not a passive pursuit, but an active engagement with the world and your own existence. It is a call to action, a summons to embody your own ideals and become the architects of your own destiny. Embrace the intensity of life, for it is in the crucible of adversity and struggle that the forge of greatness burns brightest. Do not merely consume my words, but make them your own. Allow them to reverberate within the chambers of your being, resonating with the harmonies of your own unique perspective. Engage with my philosophy, not as passive spectators, but as active participants in the grand symphony of human thought. And above all, remember that the pursuit of truth and the cultivation of the self are intertwined, inseparable in their profound significance. Seek not mere comfort or fleeting pleasures, but strive for authenticity, for the realization of your fullest potential. My dear viewers, as you stand at the crossroads of possibility and contemplation, I leave you with these parting words: embrace the boldness of your own existence, transcend the confines of the ordinary, and dare to forge your own path towards greatness. In the pursuit of truth, you will discover the boundless potential that lies dormant within you, waiting to be unleashed upon the world. May your journey be transformative and your spirit forever illuminated by the incandescent flame of philosophical inquiry. Farewell, my fellow seekers of wisdom. Embrace the eternal dance of ideas and become the architects of your own destiny.
As we draw the curtain on this captivating conversation with Friedrich Nietzsche, let us carry his timeless wisdom and provocative ideas forward. Remember, it is through exploring the past that we illuminate the path to the future. Stay tuned for more timeless talks, where we continue to unlock the mysteries of history and embrace the transformative power of knowledge. Until next time, I'm David Lee, bidding you farewell on this journey of enlightenment. Stay curious, stay bold, and always seek the wisdom of the ages.